Alright. See what's... Wait, did it? Hang on a second. Oh, what? Okay. Wait again. Okay. Now chat should be working. There we go. Alright. So this... God, what the hell? Right. We have Gotham Knights. I actually think this is a pretty decent game. Not the greatest, but it's decent. We're gonna do a new game. Yes. A heroic experience with balance and challenging combat. Much more powerful and dangerous. Medium should be fine. Private. Should be fine.
If you're watching this, I'm dead.
The Batmobile! This is a part with heavy bulletproofing.
We are done, you and I. You're a disappointment, a failure! You spent years trying to fight this war, and for what? Corruption still flourishes in Gotham, lurking in every shadow.
You don't need that mask. I know it's you. Ra's al Ghul.
You allowed this blasphemy, this sacrilege. Did you think you could keep it from me? Parlor tricks will not save God's affirming reckoning. Not now!
This city is still under my protection.
Jack just fell over.
Me
We're in a cutscene. You can come up. Mark.
No one's coming to help you.
I'll deal with you myself.
It will be over soon.
You talk too much.
Not the Batwing!
You should know by now that you cannot defeat me.
Little baby. Even though he's very old, he'll always be my baby.
The world is under honor and gratitude. I made you my heir. What the lesser speech you might have survived even this.
Unlike you, I'm not afraid of dying. I'd rather keep my humanity.
You'll be dead before they get here. Your precious family. I will slaughter them, one by one. And when they have drawn their last breaths, I will burn the city to the ground.
You won't get a chance. Gotham is their city now.
Code Black.
If you're watching this, I'm dead. This is a code black. This message was automatically triggered when I destroyed the cave and everything it contained. I know what's coming won't be easy.
There!
But then... nothing we do is easy. I've prepared for it as best as I can. I know you have too. I'm sorry it's come to this. We both know it won't take long for Gotham's criminals to realize the Batman is gone. You can't count on the GCPD. Haven't trusted us since Jim died.
You are clear to engage.
I'm leaving you the Belfry as base of operations. Some of the technology is outdated, but it has the gear you need and all of my files.
Many of you knew Bruce from Gotham's celebrity pages. A handsome, charming billionaire. And he was that. But he was more than a headline. He was my nephew. He was a friend
I do think it's interesting
A
that
mentor
in the comics they ended up making
and a benefactor to those
they
of us
ended up making a
gathered here
Jacob Kane
today.
character.
And to those of you
It
who
was
didn't
like
know him as
years
we did,
ago before this game came out, but
I want to tell
they
you
made
this.
a Kane character.
Bruce was
I think it was supposed to pay homage to I think it was Bob Kane, one of the co-creators of Batman.
He was a protector to this city. He worked tirelessly behind the scenes to bring justice
and I think
and equality.
I don't remember in the comics if he's supposed
There's
to be Bruce
nothing
Wayne's
he
uncle or
wouldn't
not,
do.
but I think that having him be Bruce
No
Wayne's uncle is
project
kind
he
of
wouldn't
fitting
champion
in that
if he
position.
thought Gotham would benefit.
I don't remember if Bob
And
Kane
I
was
think
supposed to
in
be the
remembering
artist or the writer, but I know that it was him and Bill Finger
We remember Bruce
who created
as he
Batman.
truly was.
Way back in 1939, I think it was. And at the time, he was just supposed to be a silly little guy.
You've always had my back when I needed you. I know you'll keep Gotham safe. Good luck.
Even invented the sidekick with the
Goodbye.
form of Robin the Boy Wonder. He was the first superhero to have a sidekick in comic book history.
How's Alfred?
What you'd expect. Took him 3 years to agree to a vacation, and Bruce turned up dead. He asked for some time.
He knows none of us were there either, right?
What about you? You let Jacob Kane give the eulogy.
He offered. He thought it'd be easier on us if he was the one to do it. He's
Dick
Bruce's
Grayson,
uncle.
Nightwing.
Hell of a speech. All that talk about a protector.
Tim Drake
Works
Robin.
behind the scenes.
Jason Todd Red Hood.
If he only knew.
Catherine wouldn't be there if she suspected.
And Barbara Gordon,
I
Batgirl.
can't see the anti-vigilante police commissioner presiding at Batman's funeral.
While they will all go
There's
through the
something else
same
she doesn't
missions
know.
and have essentially the same
She
story,
has the
they do
body
all
of
play
Batman's
differently from
killer
each
in her
other.
morgue. Ra's al
In
Ghul is
multiplayer,
listed as
everyone would
John
play
Doe,
a different character, but in
slated for
single
cremation.
player, you just choose one and you can
And
switch
what if the
between
League
them
of
at any time.
Shadows finds him? If they drop their dear leader in a Lazarus pit,
And
he won't be so
essentially,
dead
it's supposed to
anymore.
be built like this.
You want to
Dick
break
Grayson
into the
here is the most
GCPD
balanced of all
headquarters for
four
what if?
characters,
Be my guest.
I decrypted
as he
the
is
case
relatively
Batman
proficient
sent with his
in
message.
ranged combat as
We
well
should
as
focus on
status
that.
elements.
I looked it over, but
Tim
Did I
is
get
much
everything?
better at statusing.
It doesn't
He
look
is
complete.
most
I
of his
think
moves are
Ra's
built around going
interrupted
into
him while
stealth,
he was
teleporting
writing.
around, and just inflicting
he
status
says
elements on
this has
enemies.
implications that could
such as
shake
fire,
Gotham
poison,
to
whatever.
its core.
Jason is
Ominous,
primarily
but
range
not
based,
exactly
but he
helpful.
is very straight and to the point. He mainly focuses
saw a few
on
places
guns
we should
and
poke
just shooting
around.
things.
Construction sites, a quarry.
He also
And you
mentioned that
have
Dr.
Barbara Gordon,
Langstrom-
who is basically the opposite. She is more
Anyone
about
know?
close range melee combat.
He's a zoologist at Gotham University.
All
Not
of them
sure what his
have
connection is, though.
Let's divide up the work.
all of them
We
have
can
their
move
own
the
unique
Belfry when we're
dialogues
done.
for the various
Get it up and running.
story missions where you will interact with people.
Who gets to talk to Langstrom?
All of them have their own unique dialogues, but the story will remain the same, so you don't need to worry about missing any particular story content unless you're looking for dialogue in particular. You can also swap in between them, in between missions, though not during them. A lot of people expected this to be a follow-up to the Arkham Knight series,
Arrived
due
at
partially
Gotham
to the name
What do we
as
know
well
so far
as
about
just the
this
legacy
professor?
that series have made.
Kirk Langstrom. Batman attached a half-finished
But
file
the
to
reality
his
is
code
it's
black.
not made by
She
Rocksteady,
must have
neither is
mixed
it
up with
intended to
something
be a
bad.
follow-up to the Arkham series,
I'll
it does
pick
not
up
take
where
place in
Batman
that
left
universe,
off.
it is its own separate thing entirely. This is, I think, like 1 to 2 years after Tim Drake first became Robin. And essentially, while the main story itself is somewhat typical for a Batman story, the side missions are more about character studies as far as how they interact with, as far as how our heroes interact with each other as well as the villains.
So we got a positive ID on this faculty dude, Kirk Langstrom.
Especially since
Right.
Bruce Wayne, the
I'll call it in
Batman,
on the way to the
was known for being more than willing to deal with villains on occasion when it was necessary.
Damn it. Langstrom's dead.